Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and the first video of computer network series. And in this video we are going to talk about internet, and this is the first video of this series, and this series is going to be a huge one because the computer networks subject is a huge one. So please make sure you subscribe to this channel for the future videos as well. Let's get into this video. What is an internet? An internet is a computer network which connects multiple devices throughout the world. So internet is a computer network which connects multiple devices throughout the world. Let's see each of them separately. What is a computer network and what are the devices that we are talking about here? So what is a computer network? Let's see that first. A computer network is a group of devices. It's a group of devices which are interconnected. This is what we call as a computer network. When multiple computing devices interconnect with each other, it's called a computer network. So what are the devices that we are talking here about? The device can be anything such as a smartphone or a smartwatch, tablets, PCs, laptops, anything. Okay, we saw what a computer network is, but why do we need it? Why network? The simple answer is to establish connection between devices. This is why we need a computer network, to establish a connection between multiple devices. What do we do by establishing this connection? We want to share data between devices. Let's say you are trying to connect your smartphone to your smart speaker through Bluetooth. What are you trying to do there? You are trying to establish a connection between the speaker and your smartphone. What are you trying to do after establishing that connection? You are trying to play a song. You are trying to play the audio track of a video that you are watching. Ultimately, you are trying to share your data, which is the audio file, through Bluetooth to the speaker to play it there. Ultimately, what you are trying to do is share data. This is a Bluetooth connection or a Bluetooth network. Similar is the case with internet as well. This is also a computer network which connects multiple devices throughout the world. Bluetooth is a smaller network because it can connect devices in the same room or within less proximity. But internet is a larger network which can connect devices from throughout the world. And what we are trying to do is share data. Take any use case: browsing internet, watching videos, sharing Instagram posts, video calling. Everything is related to data you are trying to share. Either you are trying to consume data from others or you are trying to share your data with others. That's what you are trying to do, basically sharing data in a network. Let's see how devices are connected in a internet. Let's say this is a device, this is another, this is another one, this is another one, this is another one. Let's say these are multiple devices in the internet and these are connected like this. It is not how internet works, but let's assume that these things are connected like this. So if you see, all the entire internet network is ended at these devices. What are these devices? These are the devices that we use internet in. So these are at the end of the network. That's why all these devices are called hosts or end systems. This is the sole reason why we call these as end systems, because they live at the end of the internet network, or we can call these as hosts as well. And you see these connections, right? These connection between each devices, we call these connections as communication links. We can achieve these links using different media such as radio, cable, fiber optics, etc. So any two devices can be connected with different types of communication links, but the communication link is something that is mandatory to be in the network. What these communication links try to do, as we discussed before, the whole purpose of having a network is to share data. So whatever we try to send from one device to another device is being sent through these communication links, which is very intuitive as we see in the diagram. But what we call this sharing of data is called transmission of data. So a communication link is a media which transmits the data from one device to another device. Each of these types of communication links has separate transmission speed. So what is a transmission speed? The speed at which it can pass data through it. Let's say if you are trying to share a video with someone else in the WhatsApp, the communication link between those two devices has a transmission rate at which the video gets transferred to that particular device. So we usually measure this in bytes per second, megabytes per second, Mbps, Gbps, you know. So if this is your entire data that you are trying to share, let's assume this is a video, a 4K video which is about 1 GB of data. This entire video is not going to be sent at a time to the other device that you are trying to share. First, this data, whatever the data file, which is, it can be a video file or audio file, any kind of file, it will be divided into something called packets. So if we combine all these packets, it will form this data again. So this data is divided into packets. Where this will happen? This entire process will happen at sending device. So if you are trying to send a file to some other device, this is what happens first in your device. The data that you are trying to send will be divided into packets, and each packet will have header. This header will have some information that we will discuss these things later in more detail. So basically it has some information regarding where the packet needs to go and what is the packet number. Like let's assume this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5. The order with which it goes to the device need not be the same. Let's say first the fourth packet might go to the other device, next the second packet might go, next the first packet, next the fifth packet, next the third packet. So the order at which the packet arrives at the destination is different, can be anything. But after receiving there, it should be rearranged in the same order that you sent, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to be rearranged in this format to see the exact data that you sent to the other device. So it needs to have some kind of information in the header so that the receiving device can rearrange it in the right format. As we discussed here, there are some communication links between two devices, but it's not going to be this straightforward. Let's see why is that. Let's say this is device 1 and this is device 2. Let's say these two are in two different continents itself. This is in Asia and this is in America. So these two devices are in different continents. So if you try to send something from device A to device 2, device 1 to device 2, it's not going to be that straightforward like it's going to on a single line. What happens is there will be something called packet switches in between. What these things do is the packets which are sent from device 1 will be routed to this particular packet switch, and it will be routed to another packet switch, and it will be routed to another packet switch, and so on until it reaches the destination device. We saw here that the data is divided into packets and each packet will be sent to destination separately, and there they will be rearranged according to the sequence. Why is that happening? Why are they not going in a particular sequence? That is because in the internet each packet doesn't follow the same path. Let's say there can be some other packet switches in the network. if some other packet, one packet might go this way that we mentioned before, but some other packet might take this way to go there, and some other packet might go this way. So it's not sure. Once the packet leaves the device, it's not in our hand that how it goes to the other device. It might take any path that is available in its way. We said that these things are called packet switches. Why? Because they are just trying to receive some packets and send outside the same packets. They are just getting some packets from the incoming communication link, and they are just sending those packets to the outgoing communication link. This is what a packet switch does. There are two types of packet switches, which are routers and link layer switches. So these are the two types of packet switches that are available. Both of them are used in different places, and we will see those things later. Another reason to subscribe to this channel. Okay, everything is nice. We have two devices, device 1 and device 2, and we have some routers in some packet switches in between, and our packets are going through these packet switches and reaching the destination device. All this is fine. So this is the first packet switch that is in our way, right? So even to connect to this particular packet switch, we need a, what is this? We need a communication link, right? How do we get this communication link? If you see your mobile phone, there is no communication link attached to your phone, right? There is nothing like that. If you see your tablet or your PC, there is no such wires or some kind of connection that is attached to it which will connect to a particular packet switch, right? So how do we get that communication link? We get that communication link by internet service providers, ISP for short. These internet service providers provide us these communication links in different forms, such as if you are using a SIM card, you will get your 4G or 5G from the internet service provider, whichever SIM card company you are using. And if you are using a Wi-Fi connection, you will get that from, you will get a cable, a fiber optic cable attached to your Wi-Fi router, which will give you that communication link access. So that is how you will get access to the packet switches that are available in the internet. You need that communication link for internet connectivity. There are two important things to know before we wrap this video up. One of them is socket interface. So each system, each host exposes a socket interface. Why is that? Why do we need a socket interface? Let's say you are running WhatsApp in your device 1, and if you are trying to send a video through WhatsApp, you want it to be received at WhatsApp only, right? In the other device, you don't want to see that video in some Gmail or Facebook, right? You don't want this. If you are sending a video in WhatsApp, you want other person to see it in WhatsApp only. So this is where internet knows where to send that video. You said the packet that we are sending, packet header has destination address. It knows which device to send, but in each device there are multiple apps. How does it know into which app it needs to send? This is where socket interface comes into the picture. The socket interface takes the packet and decides which app needs to take that particular packet. Another thing that I want to touch before wrapping up this video is protocol. This is because there are multiple protocols that we are going to see in the future videos, because each layer in the computer networks has different protocols that they follow. So I just want to briefly explain like what a protocol is. A protocol is nothing but set of rules that two entities need to follow in order to establish a connection. So you don't want some intruder getting connected to you, right? So you want people that you want to be connected to connect with you, otherwise you don't want connect with other people. So these rules enforce that kind of security for the devices to connect with correct devices that they want to connect, otherwise the connection cannot happen. So there needs to be certain things that need to be done in order to connection to be established between two entities in the network. This is what a protocol is. It's just a set of rules that two bodies need to follow in order to establish a correct connection. So this is it for this video, and we are going to see each of these topics in detail in the future videos. I'll just recap what we have seen in this particular video. We saw what internet is, what a computer network is, what are the devices that we deal in the internet, and what is a communication link, and what is a host or end system, and we saw what is a transmission speed or transmission rate. We saw how what is a packet, and what kind of things that a packet header contains. It contains a lot of other things, but this is what basic crux of it. So that's what we saw, and we saw what are the packet switches and what are the types of packet switches, and we'll cover these packet switches in detail in future videos. And we saw how communication link can be provided using ISPs, and we saw what a socket interface is, and we saw what a protocol is, but we haven't gone through any specific protocol. We will see those in future videos. So please make sure you subscribe to this channel for the future videos. Until next video, bye bye.